This week, he purchased a home for a family desperately in need of a new place to live.
Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre explains how this act of kindness is just the beginning of this man's mission to improve the livelihoods of many people in the Bluff City.
This house will soon become the home Gregory Boyd once thought he would never own.
It's my house, I can jump, hey, inside, up till I do that. I just did that this morning.
This is video from this past weekend when Boyd got the keys and deed to the home from Memphis businessman Sherman Brown.
I would say that the system don't forgive, but God does.
Brown bought the North Memphis home a month ago. He says he planned to rent the home out, but Friday he changed his plan.
I remember me coming up from being shot in the mouth with a gun. I remember me coming up, dropping out of high school. So God blessed me.
Boyd says after serving many years in prison and now having a family to provide for and protect, he's blessed to get a second chance at a prosperous life.
If I was wrong in life, there's a lot of things I did, but I think my good will rule on my own evil.
Brown says the giving from his family to others won't stop with this home to Boyd and his family. Brown hopes this act of kindness will encourage others in Memphis to pay it forward and inspire them to pull up people in need.
My wife and I started a nonprofit called The Hood. It stands for Helping Others Obtain Dreams. We want to take that, man, and just bless the city of Memphis.
In North Memphis, Jeremy Pierre, Fox 13 News.
Sherman Brown says that he and his partners plan to give a vehicle to a family before Thanksgiving.
Good evening, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today it is Wednesday, October 30th. The year is 2019. And this is an interesting story someone sent me about a Memphis, Tennessee business owner who buys a house for a family in need. A Memphis, Tennessee business owner is paying it forward. This week he purchased a home from a family desperately in need of a new place to live. A house in North Memphis will soon become the home where Gregory Boyd once thought he would never own. This is my house, and I can jump inside. I just did that this morning, so I'm jumping in the video. I always say the system does not forgive, but God does. Brown bought the North Memphis home a month ago. Brown said he planned to rent the house out last Friday, but he changed his mind. He said he remembered coming up and being shot in the mouth with a gun. And he remembers him coming out and dropping out of high school, and God blessed him. Boyd said he served after serving many years in prison and now having a family to provide for and protect. He's blessed to have a second chance at a prosperous life. I think he said he served 9 years or something like that. I'm trying to figure out where I saw that. I was wrong in life for a lot of things I did, but I think my good far outweigh my evil, Boyd said. Brown said the giving from his family to others won't stop with this home to Boyd and his family. Brown hopes this act of kindness will encourage others in Memphis to pay it forward and inspire to pull people in need up. My wife and I started a nonprofit called The Hood, helping others obtain dreams. We just want to bless the city of Memphis. That's a great story about a man who, he didn't have to do that. He bought a home, he was going to keep it for an investment property, rent it out, and he decided to deed it over to a family in need of a place to stay. That was just a wonderful story. And it goes to show you how loving people can be. So sometimes some of us look at the world that we live in. Sometimes I'm good at that, looking at the world and seeing all this evil shit that goes on in the world. But there are some good, generous things that we are doing in our communities. And I think it's wonderful for someone to purchase a home and donate it to a family. I heard Memphis is a very rough city. I've visited Memphis a couple times. But the funny part is the parts of Memphis that I went to were very nice. Germantown or something like that. But I never saw the parts of Memphis that was so rough that I've heard a lot about. I've heard people say that Memphis really is another Niggerville 2.0. And I've heard my friends who are from Memphis, I have a lot of friends from Memphis who live in Atlanta, and they don't go no place without a gun. I mean, they say Memphis is a rough place. for this man to have served time in prison, got out of prison, got back on his feet. See, a lot of people think just because you go to prison is the end of the world. I've served time in prison too. Sometimes it might be the best thing for certain people. I know it calmed me down tremendously. I would never, ever put myself in a position where I'd end up having to go serve years in prison for harming or hurting or killing or shooting, and never. Because unfortunately, when I was in prison, I met so many guys that were there for stuff like killing their wives or girlfriends, or armed robbery, or burglary, or something where somebody died. And they were in there, they would never get out of that prison. And I remember listening to those guys and the stories that they told about where they were from and their background, their lives, and there's a lot of rough stuff they went through. And but how they ended up killing somebody. A lot of times it wasn't intentional. A lot of them were dealing with drugs and alcohol and drinking, and they just had a problem. And it ended up with somebody's death, a wife or a girlfriend or a family member, or robbery or shooting. So I don't know what this particular young man's crimes were that's in the prison in Memphis, but he seems to have financially got back on his feet. He's able to donate a house to a family that desperately needs it. I'd like to see, it'd be nice to see more people do stuff like that. Because a lot of these homes in certain neighborhoods, they're not very expensive. They just need some TLC. I would love to know what he paid for the house. I mean, he probably got a very good deal on the house. It looks like the house needs some work done to it, needs some updating, but it's habitable. I mean, somebody gave me a house like that, I'd be in there cleaning it up too and jumping for joy. I mean, he never gave me nothing though, but I can always take care of myself. But that looked like a very nice, strong, solid house. For somebody to give you a home, I just hope that man appreciates it. Get him some insurance on that house, paint it, take care of it, clean it up. It could be a place for, a lot of my family members are going through severe poverty, particularly my nieces and nephews, and they're struggling. And then they had all these kids, and when I tell you, it's just like, I'm just kind of like, why do you have all these kids? But they're here now, ain't nothing like mama say, they're here now, I can't do nothing about it. But they had all these children, and it just repeated the cycle that they did the exact same thing that my sisters did. Now they have children, and it's just, man, somebody need to donate them niggas a house. But I don't think that's going to be happening no time soon. So meanwhile, they got to struggle. But there are a lot of thousands and thousands of families out here struggling because of decisions they made on their own. See, I'm lucky. I don't have any children, just me and this can of water. And now that my little doggies are dead, Vanity Vegas is gone. She said, well, what? Well, that's not it. I mean, Daryl works, he's going to go to work and go take his own job. He got his own place, his own job, his own income. We don't have to rely on each other for nothing. He can take care of himself, I can take care of myself. Unless something tragically happens and one of us gets sick or something, a good thing I have some insurance in place in case something happens. So I saw that and I wanted to share that with you all because I think it's important that we do realize that there are some good people out here. And people do make mistakes. That man served his time in prison. He got out. He seems to be contributing back to society, and particularly to the black community. And to give somebody a home, to donate a home, I think that's amazing. And I want you all just share this video with other people and stuff, and let you know that there are some good things happening in our communities. But anyway, it's going to be a short video. I'm going to head back to the gym. I was trying to do this video earlier. Time got away from me. And I just realized it's 6 o'clock and I gotta be at the gym at 6:30. So I gotta get out this video and throw this stuff in the car. It's raining out there. But anyway, let me get out of here. Today it is, I'm gonna be late. I want to hit it miles. Today it is Wednesday, October 30th. The year is 2019. And I'm out of here. I'll see you all tomorrow.